Awesome. All right. Well, this is appropriate because Prince. Should I call you Prince or Ricky? I don't know.
Prince.
Do I call you Prince?
100%.
I don't know.
100%.
You had me all confused the first night I was
Prince.
here. Okay, so Prince. Okay, so Prince was the first one I met when I walked into Rock Hard Revue, and he's definitely the entertainment, the entertainment, which was great for me and Chelsea.
Well, you're stroking my ego just a little bit, but okay.
Well, I have to.
Yeah.
It's part of the gig. So, what got you into dancing, but specifically with Rock Hard Revue?
So for me personally, prior to the show, I didn't know how to dance like at all, and that was actually why I think I declined joining the show like 2 or 3 times because I was insecure about that. I was like, I can't dance. I'm not gonna join a choreography heavy show knowing that I don't have that skill. But it just became one of those things. Antonio, our dance captain, he reached out and he was like, hey man, are you sure you don't want to give it a try? At least come and see the shows. And if you don't like it, cool. I won't ask anymore. But if you do like it, why don't you give it a shot? And I came, I saw the show. I thought it was hilarious. It was awesome. The dancing was just like, it seemed like something I could see myself doing. And so yeah, I just started rehearsing like crazy with our dance captain, and it was rough. Like my first few months, it was really rough. Like I don't like to talk about those months, but yeah, like after a while, I just got to a point where it became easier. After I learned like my first dance choreography, it just became easier with each new routine.
It's like the muscle memory in your brain.
Yeah, 100%.
I hear that. I've been told that from other dancers. It's like the repetitiveness really takes off.
100%.
So we talked a lot about like the women in the audience, and I was shocked to hear some of the horror stories that you told me. What's like probably the worst thing that you've had to like go home with after a show because of women's inappropriateness?
I don't know. So me, I'm definitely the baby of the show. So I find it always funny. Like I'm not as young as people think I am, but I lean into being the youngest in the show. So I always find it a little bit weird. Sometimes people are like, "Oh, this feels so wrong. You could be my son," and I'm like, "Oh, that's a little weird sometimes." But I mean, overall, I really enjoy the show. I think it's a great experience. You have good days and bad days, but I feel like it's like that with any job, any show that you join. Like you never really know what's going to come in, and it's your job as a performer to kind of roll with the punches and make the best of it.
That's a great answer. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with that. All right. So you said that you kind of like enjoy still the show itself. So the objectification, the like 100%. Women like being such because you and I kind of look at that a little bit differently, but
So it's always interesting, especially from a guy's perspective. I guess the stereotype, right, is that the guys always are gonna. The stereotype is always that the guys are gonna chase the girls. So it's definitely interesting. I think all of us at the show, we've all spoken about this to each other, and we can agree that we find it very interesting how, in this moment when they're here at our venue, it's always the reverse. The girls are looking for us. They're interested in us. They're we're not chasing anybody. Everybody's so it's just very different from what you typically would see out in society. But at the same time, we still have to come at it with a maturity level, because at the end of the night, we still do live in a. Hi, baby. That's the show's mascot. But no, we definitely have to come at it from with a sense of maturity, right? Because again, we still never want to offend anybody. We have to still keep a certain level of professionalism. It is a male review show, but to an extent, you have to make sure that there's always consent. There's always that lightheartedness, and that you guys aren't necessarily going too far to overstep any boundaries. That you still keep and that we still uphold the integrity of the show. So I think that's something that definitely stays really important to us here.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good way to look at it too.
100%.
What do you think is like the best part of like, or what's the best part of the performance from like your perspective? So, like, is it just the dancing? Do you like the one-on-one, like getting to know your audience? Do you like the on-stage performance part?
I think for me, it's like a combination of the dancing, because again, I was super insecure about my dancing skills, and this is probably the most dancing I've ever done in my life. So for me, it was that getting to learn new choreography, getting comfortable in just myself, being able to, like, now I could go out partying and I'm not afraid. Like if a song comes on, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go dance. Like that's not something I used to do prior to the show. So for me, I think that's fun. But also, even when we perform at places like Mango's, where we're performing for just these massive crowds and audiences, I mean that feeling alone, just from a performer's standpoint, is just incredible. Like there's no other feeling. Like you go out there, people are screaming, like the lights are on you. That, like, I don't know how to explain that feeling, but it's just really, that's the best one for me.
I got hyped just walking around with you guys places. Like you guys have like a little posse that knows you guys everywhere, and it's pretty interesting just watching you guys, honestly, 100%. The interactions you have. Yeah. Okay, and lastly, you're an actor outside of here. Yeah. That's your day job,
that's
right?
My day job.
All right. Do you want to plug any of your handles, anything you're working on that's important to you?
I would say just make sure you guys follow us at Rock Hard Revue on Instagram. I mean, all of our stuff is on there, so I'll shout out our Instagram so it gets all of the guys some recognition on social media.
That's perfect. All right. Well, thanks for talking to me. I
appreciate it.
Holland, right?
Indeed.
I got it right. Okay,
right.
Good. Awesome. So how long have you been with the show?
I've been doing 7 years. Been on with the show about 7 years, going on 8, yeah.
Going on 8, okay. Yeah. And you seem to be, like, when I looked you guys up online, you're kind of a focus. You and Luis tend to be a focus, like a focal point, I'm assuming, because you guys have been around the longest, maybe?
Let me see. Antonio's been around pretty long as well. But, I mean, we got the look. We usually kind of help promote a lot, went out of the way. So, he kind of... When we used to have our promo cards, actually, I was the front and Luis is on the back, so it was pretty cool.
All right.
Promoting both of our businesses.
Nice. Okay. All right. So you've been doing this for a really long time. What's your favorite part about the whole thing?
Honestly, just the whole experience. This is kind of, honestly, this is what I look forward to throughout the week. We have the regular job thing going throughout the week, and Saturdays come, and it's just, I'm already in a good mood. Come do my thing, and you see people's smiles. It's a good time as well. Yeah, it's sexy and all that, but it's also a good time. People laugh, and then I get to hang out with the boys, like family at this point. So that's kind of the best part for me.
So all of it.
Just the feelings that come with it, right? Yeah.
That's awesome. So you mentioned like outside of here. What do you do for work outside here, if that's okay to ask?
So I'm a personal trainer, and I'm also a fitness director at LA Fitness.
Oh, at LA Fitness. That's what I use. I use LA Fitness. I'm never over here, though. I'm always beachside. Oh. Yeah, I'm always over in Daytona. Sorry.
It's a good choice, though. Yeah. Got plenty of gyms.
Yeah, there is. Yep. Mm-hmm. So you heard, and I don't know if you and I talked at all. I know me and Prince talked a bunch about like how women treat you guys in this scenario, and I was like really surprised to hear some of the stories. Do you have anything that has happened that like stands out in your mind that like you want to share?
Stands out? I mean, I've had randoms. I've had ice cubes put in the undies instead of tips. Somebody put a ring in there once. Oh. They didn't fess up to it. I gave it to our MC, and then at the time it was a lady we called Mama. She's like, who lost a ring and the bad boy's underwear, and nobody fessed up to her, but definitely was a ring, a nice ring too in my undies. But yeah, it's just the usual.
Just the
usual. I got frosty coupons. I'll take those all day.
Heck yeah.
Let me see. But the weirdest, if you really want to go there, was I think we might have gone over this story when we originally met, but there was a much older lady who paid to specifically have me just tip on her on our second little, lap dance round in the show. Mm-hmm. So she gave me an extra 100 just to tip on her. Mm-hmm. And as I was doing this, I'm kind of running out of moves, and I'm facing away from her on her lap, right? So my backside's the closest thing to her, and in one swift motion, she ripped my undies down and shoved her face in my butt. At which point, the tip was over. So wasn't sure how to act at that moment, but definitely, I'll say that's the biggest one that stands out.
Yeah.
That is not the norm, but yeah, that was definitely one that was out there.
So for the most part, women are pretty normal.
Yeah.
We're pretty
just
normal.
Have a good time. Yeah.
Okay.
Come
Just
in,
having
have
a good time.
Like I said, it's more of a novelty. So they come, they have fun, they laugh, and that's kind of where it goes.
That's good.
That was definitely an outlier. It doesn't happen.
Base right to the booty. That's.
Yeah,
I mean,
right to the booty.
I've never experienced anything like that.
Halfway through the show, sweaty as well.
Oh,
Very sweaty.
nice.
Mhm.
I just. You're very attractive. I just wouldn't.
Right,
Personally, I felt you guys at the end of the show last time. I would not have been trying to. Yeah. Let's see. So since you've been doing this for 7 years, does the kind of like constant objectification of like your body and the sexy bad guy, does that ever really get to you, or is it kind of like, nah, own it?
I like it.
Yeah, just like it. Men and women like it. Objectification so weird. It's very interesting.
Here,
Awesome.
I mean, it's here again. The environment. Because I know sometimes I'll be getting a little bit annoyed at the gym when they're overly staring, when I shouldn't. But in that scenario, I'm like,
you're not.
But here, it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, I actually feel that
it's fun,
too.
It's exciting, and that's it.
That makes sense. So I should have asked Princess too, because we were talking for so long, but I noticed a significant. I'm not one, and I don't know if we talked about this, but I'm not a woman that hangs out with very many men. Okay. Actually, men kind of bother me for the most part. If I'm being really honest. Understandable. So I've like stayed away from men for the most part. And my friend being in town, we were trying to find something fun to do, and she's very into men, so she was like, what about a male review? And so we ended up here, but I was really surprised, like we all were standing outside just BSing, and it was, just me and the guys,
all right,
for quite a while, and I didn't feel uncomfortable at all. Do you think it's just being around women all the time? You guys are more aware of like how to act around women?
I think so, yeah. I mean, we've experienced it all. You get, just turned 21s. We've had a 97-year-old woman celebrating her birthday, so you kind of get to deal with all of it. I think with it too, it comes. I'm not saying necessarily you, but I think a lot of people come to the show with an expectation of how a male stripper is and what we're after. Because we hear it a lot, and after the show, once they have hung out or if they stayed around for a drink with us, they're like, oh, wait, you guys are just normal guys. Like, you like to have fun. You got a daughter. You do this. Yeah. So I think a lot of times just coming in with that expectation is, and then people are like, wait.
It's like you
guys are just cool dudes. Okay, cool.
It's normal. This is awesome. Yeah. That makes sense. We are
family guys. We have fun. And we come here and do our thing.
Right on. All right. So we know that you're a coach, LA Fitness, here in, are we in Maitland? I don't even know where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Maitland area. We're in this area. Okay. So if you need a personal trainer, are you just going with the Rock Hard Revue's Instagram, or do you have anything outside that you want to plug for yourself?
I have my own as well. Machiavelli the Don.
Machiavelli the Don.
_the Don.
All right.
DADON.
All right. Perfect. Yes. Perfect. And is there anything else you would like to plug?
Not that comes to mind.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The show and the training. That's about it.
All right. All right. Sounds good. Well,
awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
You got it.
Happy Saturday. Like, what the hell?
I'm sorry you're having a rough day.
But side note, got a chance to clean the pool today. Did the backyard, did some yard work. Felt like an adult. So that was fun.
Yeah, it's funny how you get shit done when you're fighting with the person.
I mean? Yo, it's like, come on, man. Yo,
I'll take that out. Well,
I'm just happy. Little man got his license, so you know what I mean. He just sent me
his license,
well, permit. Excuse me.
What?
Permit. Yeah,
you don't look old enough for that. How old are you?
I love this game. I'm 36. Years young.
Oh my god.
I moisturize.
You moisturize.
Can't you tell?
I can tell. I can tell. It's working for you for sure.
Why? Thank you. Hell yeah.
So I have to say, you kind of make this show too. So you and Prince stick out the most from this store.
So the Ricky is the standout guy right now.
Well, both of you were, because he was working the door when we first got here, and my friend that was with me noticed him.
Oh no,
you know.
Well, hey, what's that? It's that chocolate. You know, it's hard for us to go unnoticed. So
definitely.
Shouts out to the Ricky.
Yeah. Plus your guys' charisma, both of you, especially you. There's a reason why you're the host.
Oh yeah, I just it's more of a having fun and people. I'm a people person. I love like pushing the buttons to get the fun side out of folks in a good way. In a good way. So
You do.
that's me.
You do.
Yeah.
You do a great job of keeping it really lighthearted and fun. I will say that. Cracking jokes the whole time. You even made me say some stuff that I would
Hey.
never say on mic.
See, that was me just like, all right.
Boop, 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 boop. Right, exactly. But yeah, it's a blast. So how long have you been doing the show?
Ooh, surprisingly, I've been doing this since the start. Yes, I started off as a dancer and just never left since. It just evolved to now me hosting the show. So yeah, I've been here for 10 years now.
Wow.
We just had our 10-year anniversary a few months ago.
That's exciting. What'd you guys do for it?
Surprisingly, for the show, not too much. It was more of an acknowledgement because we're also busy with our lives, and it just so happened that particular day, the anniversary of the date was like a day or two later, and it was like, holy shit, this is our 10-year anniversary show. And it was just like, wow, we just been so busy we just didn't even notice.
Didn't even notice.
So been doing this since it started. It's been a wild journey, and it's been awesome. These are now my brothers. Like, I can't even call them my castmates anymore. It's kind of dope, like actually coming to work, wanting to come to work, and not having to be like, ah, shit, so and so's on the list today. I gotta deal with that. But now it's like, oh shit, so and so's on the list. Oh, we're about to have a kick-ass show tonight.
It's gonna be awesome. That's so good. I love hearing that, and you can tell. Watching you guys perform together, all of you work together really well. It makes for a great show, I'm telling you. It's awesome.
Yo, side note, we should be mic'd up during shows. We talk a lot of shit on stage. Like, hey, bro, move over, bro. You're on my spot, bro.
You guys should do it sometime. Do like a private event where you like mic up for the whole thing so you
Yeah, I
can
know,
hear all
right?
this shit talking. I would pay extra for that.
There would be no show. Everybody be so focused on what they doing. Hell yeah.
Trying to keep their shit together. Oh my goodness. All right. What other questions did I ask everybody? So you used to dance on the show. Why'd you stop dancing?
Why'd I stop dancing? That's a kind of a two-sided question. One, I actually, due to my ex, was asked to leave the show. So during my absence, I want to say almost a year, I was gone on, like almost, but still hanging out with the guys, still keeping up with the shows. It was really like I never left, but I just wasn't doing shows. I would pop up here and there and watch shows, but so that was one of them. And when I came back, I just was already doing stuff with Disney, Universal, traveling, hosting events, private shows, just kind of getting in that host element. And when I came back, I was like, yo, I can do this. This is be perfect. I know the show as a dancer, and being a host would be the perfect fit. So
yeah. So who
That's,
was hosting it before you then?
well, we've had a slew of hosts. We've had Mama was our recent host. She's amazing. Jordan, oh my God, Jordan, my bad. I don't really know too many people's last names. Like, we're not on that level. It's nicknames and first names around here. But Jordan, he is actually the host for wrestling, the WWE. So he's like famous now. So Justin Jordan shouts out to you. Justin shouts out to you. Speaking of, also, there's a Jordan and a Justin. He does a Justin Timberlake impersonation. He's a Justin Timberlake impersonator.
Oh, that's awesome.
Now we're still, I'm sorry, I'm not on social media, so I don't keep up with people. My bad, bro. My bad. But yeah, so that was one of our hosts. And one of our first hosts. Bro, I'm sorry. I want to say...
Oh no.
You gotta edit me back in post, bro. You could just hey, sorry. Mary Jane is a good friend of mine. She makes me forget things from time to time. So, anyway, he was. I actually model a lot of my stuff from him. So, if there's any old footage that you guys can go through the archive, which there's tons of, a lot of my material kind of stems from his stuff. He's a Vegas performer, and just being comfortable on the mic, talking about adult topics, talking about sex, talking about sexy men on stage. And, that I was like, oh shit, people are cool with that. I was always weird. I'm the Disney guy. I'm the PC dude. I have to keep it straight. Like I can't curse and don't talk about the wild shit. So
that's weird.
Yeah,
but I only know you from the show, so I'm like, this doesn't.
I know, right? The evolution of J-Mac.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was that was one of the upbringings of it, and damn it, like oh Mary Jane, why do you do this to me? Because I feel bad. He's gonna roast me later. He's like, J-Mac, for real, bro,
Really?
for real, bro.
That's so
my
funny.
bad. My bad.
Anyway. I get the sunglasses now. I get it. So what have you noticed with the evolution of this since you've been here? Oh, well, no, back up 1 second. First, what were you part of, like, the original, like, the startup of this? So what was the
all right,
reason
so
for
the
this?
original start, I guess you can say, I was on that second wave of dancers. The first wave, they literally only did 2 shows, and just the timing in between the shows, not that they were bad or anything, it was just the buzz wasn't as hot back then. So that time dissipated. It was like a year after that initial first troupe, until Dave was like, yo guys, Orlando needs us. And he found myself, some of the other guys that started, and it just kind of stemmed from that. And from there,
Right.
it just evolved to what it is. But the evolution of Rock Hard kind of came to the people, seeing the different personalities, yet the same personalities, show after show, and it was more of, I noticed our audience change. We evolved as a show, but it was very interesting seeing our audience evolve with us,
So what have you noticed about your audience
Well,
evolution? I'm interested.
When we first started, we, for some reason, I don't know if it was like the marketing algorithm, but it was just like college girls, young girls. And then, I guess they start talking to their moms and their aunties and their grandmas and like, hey, we went to this show. And I guess now it's more sophisticated, more of the older, like I would say older women, sorry ladies, more of the sophisticated crowd, it's just more of a mature crowd.
Like me.
Yes, like you.
Like
More of a mature crowd.
Right.
And as a guy, always, been interested in women, and seeing that, holy shit, these women are wild as hell in public. Like I don't have to do my thing to get this out of y'all. Like, holy shit, this is crazy.
Right.
So that's another reason why it kept me here so long.
That's awesome.
Women, God, I thank you for that. Like, oh my goodness.
They are entertaining. I mean, you guys are the show, definitely. You guys are the show, but the ladies that were on the show with you, like the girls that you brought up on stage, so many of them are just... They're part of the performance.
Oh,
they make
are.
the performance.
And this is a live show. A lot of the stuff that I can't even make up.
Yeah.
Like the stuff that comes out of their mouth, the reactions that we get out of our audience members is priceless.
There's a reason I've never been on stage. I've gone to a lot of male reviews. I used to be a regular in Dallas at the male strip club in Dallas.
Don't tell nobody.
All the time. I have a problem. But I can't remember where I was going with that. I also smoked too much Mary Jane.
Uh-oh.
I can't remember what I was saying about that. But
no, I guess just
where we going?
being able to bring out that side of you that you wouldn't normally do in public. Like, this is that type of environment that does kind of bring it out.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Was I've never gone up on stage for fear of what am I gonna say? It's not gonna be ladylike. It's not gonna be appropriate. I'm like, keep my hands to myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're more of the whisper kind of type. Like you can tell somebody in like up close in their ear.
Yeah.
You're not the microphone broadcasted to the world type.
No, I'm like,
which is wild that you have this channel. Like,
I talk about everybody else's, and like my favorite thing to do is to
you're
talk
welcome,
about...
audience. So we're just gonna tap on her for a little bit. So you're welcome. You're gonna thank me later, guys.
Well, no. Here's the thing: is I was trying to find a way to bring more girls to my channel, because girls don't, for some reason, girls aren't interested in my channel as much. So this worked out perfectly. I'm like, okay, if I have a bunch of hunky guys,
Hey,
you
well, you
know.
know what? Well, ladies, follow your girl. Hey, you know what? Subscribe, do what you need to do, because if that happens, obviously you're gonna see more of us. So you know, it's more of a win-win situation for everybody.
Yeah, I think I should just become like all y'all's besties.
Hell
and
yeah.
Hang out with all of you.
Well, you know what? So since we besties now, we do one of these. Hell
okay,
yeah.
besties. All right.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't be stealing my shit. Don't be stealing my shit.
Yeah, don't. Okay.
Nah, hell yeah.
All right.
So what's up? What else would you like to know about your boy J Mac? AKA?
What do you do outside of here?
What do I do outside of? I live life. Outside of, I've just got into being a creator. I love art. Like, I love art. Creating it, like viewing it. I just recently got back into graffiti painting, and even with the new AI art. Some people a little on the fence with the AI art, but that's just dope. And for any artist, like if you can respect what that is, it just helps with your own personal art. So don't sleep on AI art, everybody.
I love it.
But that writing, I'm actually writing a book right now, y'all. Holy shit, 2 books, and 2 books, a comic book. And I just one day just told myself, like, what do you want to do, bro? Like, what do you want to do? I was like, I want to create, and I want to live life. I stopped the whole 9 to 5, as you can see. I haven't clocked in a job like since the Disney days. That feels like college. Like that feels like ancient. Yeah. But so that's what I'm doing on my regular everyday today, and obviously gigging, DJing, hosting, dancing. But I would love to promote my shit, but I don't really have no shit to tell you to go to see, because I'm still one of those shy artists. You just gotta catch me on that good day where it's like, yo, here, buy my shit. But right now, we're not ready yet. I don't feel like I'm at that level, but we all right though.
Well, when you're ready to share it, I want to see it. So.
Oh, and it's fire. So, yeah. When the cameras and mics is off, I'll show you what I got in the phone.
Well, eventually you'll have to show it on the cameras.
Hell yeah. Oh, shouts out to my cousin Sorsha Beatty. You know what I mean? She's an art curator. She got me into the whole bit. So hell yeah.
That's awesome.
And that's one of the homies. And side note, you haven't returned my last text, cause we're petty like that.
That's awesome. But I think we covered all the questions I had.
Hell yeah.
But yeah.
Well, let's have a good show. Ladies, hopefully we'll catch you at our next one. Ladies, hope you follow her. Make sure you jump on and subscribe, hit the like button, do all the good shit, because you might see more of your boy J Mac, might see more of his Prince, more chocolate. So yeah.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Later, y'all. Mwah.